to turn on my camera. Man, there's always something I forget, which is usually what I'm always doing anyways. Hello, I forgot, well, like everything. I forgot my water, and then I forgot to, like, eat a snack, and then I had to do that, and then, oh, there we go. Hello? I'm alive! I live! Where's my hat? Who took that shit? Give it back! Who took my hat? Give me back my freaking hat. Where is my hat? I'm gonna search for my hat. There we go. Hello! Today has been day! It has been a day. I feel okay. As the death and despair has left my body, I feel slightly better, I suppose, than before. Without getting too grotesque or detailed, you know. Give it back! Give me back my hat! You son of a bitch. Give it back! Get off of Twitch. I'm not even streaming on there. Stop it. Stop. Stop. You troublesome little fucks. Don't make me turn it off. Give it back. It's integral to my aesthetic. Look at me. Hatless. So no hat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Stream is over. The stream is canceled. Day is ruined. That's how I feel. That's how I feel today. I have... Yep. 2 brain cells clink clonk together like marble. Like that. I wish I had marbles. I don't have marbles. No marbles. I had marbles as a kid. And then I always lost them. Or my dog ate them. She was a chihuahua, so she ate a lot of things. My dog ate my dog ate rocks. My rocks. But yeah. I collected rocks as a kid. I still have a lot of rocks lying around. I have a lot of geodes, specifically. I like to crack them. And then they have crystals inside. They're pretty cool. You ever cracked a geode? You ever cracked a geode? They're pretty chill. They got different colors inside. I've got a purple one and white ones and pink ones. But I think it would be fun to you don't even know what a geode looks like, so that's the fun part. A geode don't look like shit. It looks like a regular rock on the outside for the most part, but then, however, you crack it open and it's got a bunch of pretty little sparkly crystals on the inside. And like cracking open geodes is fun. Let me see. Wait, I wonder if I can find a geode cracking video. Geode cracking video. Geode cracking ASMR. No, there's no good geode cracking ASMR. That's fair. I'm gonna be the first one. I don't want this guy to talk to me though. He's gonna talk. Ah! Okay. 1 second. I've got it. I'm gonna show you the geodes. Geode. Geode. Ooh. Doot doot doot. Doot doot da. Oh my gosh, hello, sir. So basically, I want a good one. These geodes are fucking lame. But yeah, no. So they have a variety of different kinds of geodes. I don't care about where you got them from, sir. These are not the kinds of geodes that I crack open. But yeah, no. Some of them you cut them open. They look like regular rock, and then Reddy's gonna pull it open. Wow! Ta-da! And it's got all these little sparkly crystals inside. Yeah! Isn't that so cool? I love that. It's called a geode. And they can come in a bunch of different colors depending on what kind of mineral basically gets stuck and trapped inside is what forms all of those different colors and of rocks and stuff. So it's like it could be all sorts. That's the other page. It could be all sorts of different kinds of stuff. Yeah. Geode. Pretty cool. Geodes in Minecraft now? Yeah, they do. Can you eat it? I don't suggest eating the geode. Nope. Geodude. Yeah, he's a geodude. And he looks at geodes. The more you say geode, the less it sounds like a real word, and that happens with a lot of words. Like now, geode doesn't sound like it's a word that exists. Like it sounds like it's a word that I'm saying incorrectly. Geode, geode. I wonder if it means all rocks have stuff in it or specific rocks. I think it's ones that become hollow on the inside and basically have a different type of mineral that is leaked inside of them. I think, but let me check. What classifies a geode? A geode forms when yep, I was literally correct. A geode forms when a cavity in rock fills with mineral-rich water over a long period, causing crystals to grow inside. So specifically, yeah, it's like when any crystals grow inside of another rock because of minerals and stuff. Yeah, hollow ones that have little minerals in them. Wow. These are cool, but diodes that emit light are cool too. There's a lot of fun stuff. There's an anime that came out called Duty Rocks. That's all about that and really cute. It's so freaking adorable. I don't know if any of you guys have been keeping up with that. It's animated by the same team or like studio, I believe, that did like Mushoku Tensei and stuff. So like it's a pretty good team, pretty good studio. I honestly haven't caught up with it because it's one of those series that I really just kind of want to sit down and binge. And because it doesn't have like cliffhangers. It's an episodic series. So I'm not gonna like immediately remember, oh, I have to check out Duty Rocks this Wednesday or this whatever day. So I watched like the first 3 episodes and I was like, no, yeah, this is definitely a good anime. And I'm gonna wait until it finishes. And so I think it's actually, let me check. I think it's finished airing now. Let's give it a look. Duty Rocks. Yep, 13 episodes, all done. Yeah, so I definitely need to keep up with that. You could be full of minerals. You could be geodes. We'll have to cut you in half and check. We could watch some episodes of Rudy Rocks a little bit today if you'd like. We could do that. Oh my god, I completely forgot I was playing Arknights on my phone. I was grinding on my phone and I completely like forgot. I'm gonna finish that real quick. It's just a little bit of ADHD. We are made of cake or minerals, but you don't know until you bite us. Yeah, is it cake or is it rock? Question mark. No one will, the world will never know. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a hem boy? That, I don't know why, but the sounds from that commercial always used to kind of freak me out as a kid a little bit. Like, I don't know, it was just too visceral. I was like, why would you bite it? Why would you do that? Why would you eat it whole? You know? I remember when I ate a Tootsie Pop for the first time, I was like, there's something wrong with mine. And it was because I didn't understand that there was a Tootsie Roll in the middle of it. I was just like, what's wrong with my lollipop? It's got like fucking something wrong with it. Yeah, no, I just didn't understand. But I haven't had a Tootsie Pop in a while. I have quite a few, just like lollipops. How long do lollipops last? Do they expire? Do lollipops expire? Yes, but their sugar content acts as a natural preservative, allowing it to last for months or even years if stored properly. Well, it's like my lollipops are probably fine because I only got them like 6-ish months ago. But I have like just a bunch of lollipops sitting under my desk in a collection. I can have them in a moment's notice. I am the Candy Man. Any of you guys played Candyland as a kid? It's a board game. I wonder if they have Candyland online. Do they have Candyland board game online? Candyland board game online. Holy shit, they do! What the fuck? They have it on Apple Play. They also have it on Infinity Game Table. They have... Nuh-uh. You crazy. They actually have... They got Candyland. I want to play... Candyland. I guess like Candyland is just Mario Party. Candyland on Tabletop Simulator? Oh yeah, huh? That would be fun to play, especially in VR. Been sent back to the beginning of the board more times than I can remember. Yeah, I played a lot of board games as a kid. I played so many board games. Alright, I played so many of those kinds of like little games growing up. Like I played lots of Go Fish. I played lots of Scrabble. I somehow didn't get any better though. I played Chutes and Ladders. So that's the Chutes and Ladders and Monopoly and Uno. I love Uno. Apples to Apples. I played a little bit of that one, but not much. Battleship, Hungry Hippos, Uno. Yeah! I love me some board games. I feel like, I don't know, people don't play board games anymore today because it's like I think they do, but it's like, it's just not as common to be like a thing that actually happened. Because like, you know, you're gonna play a video game. Like, not in a bad way, but like, you know? You know what? Okay, I want to play a video game and I want to play 100 Line, kind of. We're so close to the end, guys, of The Last Defense Academy. Like, it's my fault for playing past it on my own time. This always happens to me. You know, go figure. But like, look, it's really good, I swear. And we're so close to the end. We can do it. We can do it right now. We're gonna do it right now. And there's Uno as a board game. What does that look like? What? Oh. I guess that's true. It's not really a board game. Oh, thank you for following over on Twitch. I guess it's not technically a board game. Like, but I guess, yeah, no. But like, people still play Uno. But I guess it's more like people are gonna play like I think of like if you go over to a friend's, I'm speaking specifically for kids. Like you go over to a friend's house to play something, you're probably gonna be like, oh, I want to play a video game or something. Like, I don't think they're gonna play board games anymore. Like, I don't think people have parties and they play board games anymore, unless they specifically are like, we're gonna play a board game. We're gonna have a board game party where we all play board games. Like, you have to like prepare people for that, because otherwise they're like, we're gonna play a board game. Like, I don't know. It's just different. I always enjoyed board games. I love me a board game. I used to gamble with board games. That's probably why I like them so much. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably why I have an innate, like, I have a fondness of board games, is because one, I gambled, and two, I won money. So like, you know, how could I not love board games when I won money off of board games? So I always have a problem with gambling. Look, but that's the funny part, is that I don't have a problem. I'm just good at it. Like, I'm not entertained by gambling in the sense where when I go to the casino and I like sit there and I go, it doesn't, I'm not excited. Horse races, oh, I'd be god awful at horse races. Like, now that kind of gambling, if I actually had access to the races and I was like, I cared enough to gamble on horses, I'd be god awful. If it's anything that I could turn into an actual event, casinos I don't care too much for them nowadays. Like, I've never cared, because you sit there and you push a button, you sit there and you push a button, you watch the screen. You sit there and you push a button, you watch the screen. And you don't get to keep anything. And you lose most of your money, and it's no fucking fun. And drinking isn't fun, and the people in the casinos smell fucking awful. And the casinos are empty and boring nowadays. Like, take it from someone that's literally in casino heaven. Alright? Like, casinos are fucking boring. That kind of gambling like that is so whatever. And this is something that, like, they even have articles about it, like, oh, younger people don't gamble anymore. We do. I gamble on gacha because I like to see floppy titties on my screen, right? And I try to explain that to my mom, who gambles for real. And she's like, I think I understand. It's like you're keeping, like, an artwork. And I'm like, exactly, Mom. And so it's like that, you know? You don't win anything if you lose your money at a casino. In gacha, you at least win something if you lose your money. Does that make sense? Like, if it's a good gacha, you always gain something. Like, there is literally no lose. And I think that's why, like, it's just a more appealing gambling. But I still don't do it because I just, like, I don't feel the pull to sit there and spend my money on something that just feels like it's meant to drain my money like that. Like, not like a shit ton. I don't know. Like, I really have to have some sort of actual true connection and sense of enjoyment to it to really, so it's partially, I like board games because I like to gamble on board games, but also board games are fucking fun. And I think it's just the stakes in board games, and it's the situation of board games. You get to sit around and you get to point at people and be like, you're dumb, you can't play a board game. And they're like, but it's luck-based. And I'm like, yeah, your luck is dumb. And they're like, are you rage-baiting me right now? And I'm like, no, I'm taking your 20s. And it's the fucking best shit in the world. You know? Like, I love me a good gambling on a board game. I won a lot of board game gambling back when I was like 12 years old. From a bunch of old men that had nothing better to do with their lives. And it was fucking hilarious. Because, so, I don't know how to explain this part of my city, so I'm just gonna say it objectively. Like, I don't know what you would call it. I don't want, like, you guys to name it. I'm one of those people that I'm like, I don't want to call things by incorrect terminologies when I'm just, like, ignorant. But I'll just explain just basically what it was, which was just, it was a neighborhood that was mostly Spanish speaking, And I went there because my friend lived there, and I spent a lot of time with his family, and pretty much like all of the garages on the block were always open and had like kids or adults passing from one place or another. And I kind of just followed my friend around because I never really understood or knew what was going on, because again, like everyone was speaking Spanish. So I was like very lost. And I pretty much, like, at one point, he brought me into this one garage that just had a bunch of old dudes sitting around, like, Sorry, I think it's called, is the game. I think it's called Sorry? Let me look it up, because I'll remember it when I see it. Yeah, no, it is. It's called Sorry. The board game is called Sorry. And so they were sitting at this board game called Sorry, and they were playing it. And they were betting money on it. And they were like, "Oh, you guys want to play? Like, we'll give you the money, and you can like spend it when the ice cream truck comes around, but you have to like share with everybody if you win. You have to share the ice cream." And we were like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I want to win." And I just started like actually like beating these old men over and over again, to the point where they were just like, there's no fucking way. What is going on right now? I don't even remember how Sorry is played. I just remembered that I was like beating them every single round. And I couldn't tell if they were pissed off or if they were like impressed, because again, I couldn't really understand most of what they were saying, except for them just going, "What the fuck, man? What the fuck?" It's just dice roll chances? Okay, then yeah, it was just my luck, I guess, was just like fucking like making them go insane. And so yeah, no, I just kept beating them, and then I bought a bunch of kids ice cream on that day. And it was great. It was very fun, and that is a fond memory that I have. I have a fond memory of this, like, just little neighborhood that I would go and hang out in when I was, like, in elementary school. And I've never been in any other neighborhood like that. That felt just so nice and so friendly and so fun. Like, literally, it would be like everyone's garage was open, and they would come out with different food, and they would just be like, "You want to try this?" Like, it was cool. It was a nice place. But I haven't seen him since, like, elementary school. Like, I know his name. I've literally tried to look him up on Facebook. I've tried to Facebook stalk him to see if he still exists. I found his mom. I tried to contact his mom, but she never texted me back. And so, I guess I'll just never make that friend again. And that's okay. It is what it is. But I haven't been able to find him. I just remember his older brother used to like sneak and let us play GTA, and then his mom would walk in, and he'd have to, and he'd usually be able to hide it fast enough, but sometimes she'd catch him, and she'd be like, "You can't let them play this," and he's like, "But they're not even doing anything bad." And the funniest part is like they learned really quickly, like if they handed me the remote, they would actually believe her, because sometimes they would watch. And sometimes she would watch. Which GTA? I think I don't know. What the frick? Anonymous, what the? Hello, what are you doing here? Hello, I say what are you doing here as if you don't come here often. Hello, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy Merry Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. I don't know all the different holidays that are celebrated during December. All the things and the stuff. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. I'll be using that for something important. Thank you. Thank you very much. But wait, what was the question? What GTA? It wasn't. I feel like it was GTA 5. I don't know though. I feel like it was no. Well, no. It definitely wasn't GTA 5. I was younger than that. So it was whatever came before GTA 5. GTA 4? I'm going to assume. But Yeah, whichever, I guess, or San Andreas. Yeah, I feel like it was that one. Vice City, maybe. All I know is that we got lucky enough. It was Xbox. It was on Xbox. He had an Xbox. I remember that. I don't remember what kind of Xbox though. Like, I'm just saying it was an Xbox. I don't know which one. It was one of the 3D ones. Yeah. But the first time that she walked in, I actually was the one that had the controller. And the funniest part was as a kid, I used to like to respect the law. And I would drive my car appropriately in the game. And so literally the first time that she ever actually caught like us with the controller, because usually what would happen is he would have the door, like have something in front of it, not locked, but it would just so it would bump it open, and she'd be like, what happened? And he'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, they were messing around and something fell in front of the door. You guys clean that up. And what would happen is like we would hand him the remote and he would like fucking change it really quickly. And yeah, like, so we had a whole setup, okay? We had a whole thing going on. And we were sneaking. But the one time she actually, because she fucking shoved this door open, she actually caught me with the remote. He went, it's not even that bad. Look, she's just obeying the fucking traffic laws. And she literally watched me sit there and like play the game and tell her, but like I was enjoying it. So it wasn't even, I was like, oh yeah, look at me. I was like, and I'm gonna go this way, and this is how you change the station. And at this channel, there's a lady that, at this sidewalk, there's a lady that shouts at you. So I turned to the left, and she was like, okay. And she's like, see, I'm teaching him how to drive. And she definitely didn't believe it, but she left it alone after that. She left it alone because she was like, whatever. I think she didn't want to just ruin the fun at that point, because, I don't know, I think parents are like, sometimes. Like, they're more so just like, they instill the sense in you to be like, so not, because you know at the end of the day, like, what you're doing is, like, quote unquote, wrong. You're not doing anything wrong, but you know, you're getting that little sense of like, ooh, I'm sneaking, ooh, I'm doing something wrong. You know, because there are some parents that definitely like joke around, or not joke around, because I don't ever think she was genuinely mad. Because even when she was like, you can't let them play that, like, it wasn't like she was like, you guys can't go in his room anymore. You guys can't like close the door or anything. She was just like, don't let them do she was like, okay, if they just are driving or whatever, she's like, just don't let them do like the bad stuff. And he was like, okay, no bad stuff. And then he would take the remote and he's like, and now I'm gonna kill a hooker. And we were like, yay, kill the hooker. And it was, yeah, no. It was a time. It was a point in time. We were young and we were dumb, and I was gambling on sorry, and yeah, no pew pew, no grand theft. But yeah, no, I don't think she would have approved of killing hookers. I think she would have been upset if she found out we were doing that one. I think she would have been mad. Let the kids know why it's wrong. Yeah, exactly. I wonder where he is nowadays. I kind of wonder, because like I think about it, and like he kind of had like an obsession. Like he only killed them. Which I'm now thinking back on, that's really fucking weird. Maybe that's why I can't find their names. And his mom doesn't want to talk to me. Maybe I can't. Oh, you know what? We're gonna take the thought. We're gonna put that somewhere else. We don't need to worry about that. The memory was beautiful. We're not gonna think about the implications. Any hoosers. I was drawing a little bit last night. And then I was drawing a little bit this morning, and I want to show you guys the very cute little thing that I wonder if I can finish. I hope that I could maybe finish, because it's very cute. I think it's very cute. You can't exactly really, it's hard to tell what it is if you aren't familiar with like Live 2D and models, but it's supposed to be, I'm making a little model. It's supposed to be like a little Hemi stuck in like a Christmas ornament. And I don't know, I think it could be pretty cutesy. I've been doing it with my mouse so far because I've been lazy and I haven't whipped out my drawing tablet. But I'll eventually like smooth it out. And it's not so, it looks fine, way better like when it's zoomed out like far away like this. But if it, like, you can tell when you get close, the lines are like fucky because I'm using a mouse. So when it needs to be made into an actual model, like right now, I'm basically just mouse sketching. It's cute. It looks like I'm a Bum from Super Mario. Thank you. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to do the arms and the legs, so I just wound up going with like little Powerpuff Girl stumps. I think the face is pretty cute. I think it turned out really, really nice. And I like how the little wings look. I think it'll turn out pretty cute if I can get myself to finish it and not be silly. Cause I'm pretty close to finishing. Really all that I need to do is just do the hair, and then that's the sketch, and then I'll just have to figure it to because really what I want to do is I want to make the Christmas ornament because I really wanted to make it like and figure out how to do all the sparkles and shinies on it. And then I really wanted to see that rigged. I think it would be really cute to see. Hemi. I do kind of look like I'm a bomb, but I'm not. It's a Christmas ornament. I'm probably gonna add a little cute Christmas hat too on it. But for now, it's just a little Hemi like this. And then I want to use the base after later. Like I want to use like the head and stuff, and I want to make like a little Kigurumi Hemi. Like it started off that's what I was making, and then I was like, I got distracted by circles. I'm not even gonna lie. I got distracted by circles, and then I was like, oh, it could be like stuck in an ornament. So that's what happened. I hopefully will be able to finish it before the year is over. I say, but oh my goodness, next week is going to be a busy week. There's quite a few things planned. I'm going to put out the schedule for that in not too long, maybe like an hour or so, but I want to make like a little cute schedule graphic for myself. I'm being kind of particular. Maybe I could just change the colors on my old one. Nah, I don't even know how to do that. Because it's like a bunch of like different layers that aren't like, that are squashed together. A schedule for Hemi? I know, right? Crazy. I'm actually going to make something. Maybe, let's see. What if I give it a go? Let's see. Let's see. Howdy. Let's see. What if I did, right? Let's give it a go. Before GTA 6. Yeah, Hemi gets a schedule before GTA 6. That is pretty crazy. I agree. let's see. I want to make it with some. I have kind of an idea in my head, and I also have a website that I really like to use that you can use the stuff on, like for free. It's called Okumono. OKUMONO. It's Sozino site, and it's a pretty cute little site that has a bunch of different assets that you can actually use in like thumbnails and mostly anything really. I'll put the link in the chat. It's a pretty cool little place, but they have a lot of different materials, and I wonder if I can find something that would be nice to maybe put in the background. Use as a nice cutesy little background. Here's something that has like a nice vibe. Okay. Ooh, okay, I like this. Alright, so I found something that can kind of like serve as like a base in the background, because I don't know. I'm not interested in going completely from scratch. I feel like there's enough materials out there and enough that I can just kind of source and work with like this, that it's not too big of a thing. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna take this, and then let's see. I want to take some cute art, and I want to take some cute art that has a good silhouette for me. The problem is my silhouette's kind of not hard or anything, but it's just an interesting silhouette to kind of work with, because I wind up sort of forming a blob if you actually like silhouette me. Ah, I didn't make the layer. Oops. Ba-da-ba-bum. It's a Hemi. Whoa, a Hemi right there in front of you. Crazy. But yeah, you'll see if I take this and then I go and I make it like, take this pink. Whap, turns into a blob. It's not a bad silhouette by any stretch of the imagination, but I'd like blob. I think the part that's really like defining about my silhouette is definitely going to be like head wing. I think that is like integral to the Hemi branding, so to say. So I think like working with something like, we go like this, that's pretty cute. Very distinct quality of the body. The body is blob. If I didn't have my pigtails, or my pigtails made like a more distinct shape, that'd be one thing. I guess let's try this one as well. So this one is foot. This one is one that has a little bit more of silhouette work. Because the pigtails are like not so blob. And this is not art critique, by the way. Like, this is just, it's fine. Not every drawing is supposed to work as a silhouette. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, silhouettes are silhouettes for a reason, you know? Like, this one makes a pretty distinctive, cute silhouette. Because in this scene, you can see that I have a pigtail, you can see that I have little frills on my skirt, and you can see my legs. And you can see my little head wings. I like this. This is a pretty nice little silhouette to work with. Let's see if I can shrink it down just a little bit. Not too easily. I I might be able to, if I'm smart, I can maybe kind of like extend it just a bit. I can add to it because it's a silhouette. See, this is what you can get away with silhouettes. See? Now it looks like my foot's actually like there still. And then I can also add into the hair. Oh wow, all of a sudden the rest of the hair is there. Ta-da! Nobody will ever know. Yeah, I like this one. It's a nice silhouette. Let's see, if I could do that or I could do that. I feel like I like it just blocked out better. Now, I want to stick with kind of some of the themes that I have going already, so I'm gonna put my book in there. Book! And I think the book actually, maybe I can make this, yeah. Book. Hello, I am the Pink King, indeed. I'm a Hemi. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Something like this, and then I can make it a little bit bigger. Like so. Ta-da! It's simple, it's effective. I'll plop my logo in there. Make sure that's in there. Hemi! How's about that? Ooh. I kind of like having the book like kind of part way down. I kind of like that. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Hello. That's cute. Slight angle. We can try that. Let's look. Oh, no, I do like that. That was a nice suggestion. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I like it. I like it. Do something like that with the logo. Yeah, that's kind of cute. What do you think, guys? I think that works very well. Cute. And little tiny Hemi. Little tiny Hemi. I'll take the tiny Hemi out. What do we think? Do we like the teeny tiny little Hemi? I could make it a teeny tiny hem boy instead if you like that. Put the little hem boy in there. Where is that little fat fuck? What do you think? Thoughts? Opinions? Yeah, you are pretty sneaky. Looks good? Good. Good. Live. So now the question is do I want to make all of the schedule tilted? Thank you. It's like, do I make the schedule tilted? Or do I kind of just, like, go with whatever? Tilt it? I'll try my best. I'll try to see if I can make it look like it's like scribbly handwriting. Yeah, tilting it would make it hard to read. That is the thing. So let's see. Let's think it out. Let's tink. So, let me look at my schedule. No spoilers. Alright. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's literally Monday through Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Do I have any sort of handwriting? Okay, I do. Now my mom is sneezing. Everyone in my house is sneezing. It's a sneezy kind of day. Bless that house. Thank you. My real handwriting? I had a font that was my handwriting. Like, oh my god, she's losing it. I did have a font that was my handwriting, and I could make it again. Holy shit, is she okay? Bro. I'm just testing different fonts right now to see which one I like the most. Holy shit, she's still going. Like none of these, man. Am I a witch? I'm not a witch. No, 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 no. Not at all. I am Hemi. No, I am a mage. Not a witch. But I mean, I guess witch works. I don't really care, any sort of thing. I'm just a magical being in general. Alchemist. A cauldron of green goo. That's fair. That is fair. But I mean technically alchemist, because the symbols on this is an alchemical symbol. So technically I'm an alchemist because this is an alchemical book. Alchemical grimoire. I feel like not what I meant. I know what I want to do, but like it's not like happening how I want. Graphic design is my passion. Comic Sans. I'm gonna switch to my good old classic Comic Sans. Comic Sans never lets me down. Thursday, Friday. I use Comic Sans non-ironically. All right, like I love me some Comic Sans. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's all day in Hemi's brain. I mean, they use it on like fucking everything because it's easy to use and it's nice and friendly. Alright, why wouldn't you use Comic Sans, you know? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it's also more legible to people with dyslexia. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense now. Bum 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 Mushoku Tensei, what the fuck? You're right. I mean, you're so pink. I am pink. I'm pink. Dabba dee dabba die. Dabba dee dabba die. Dabba dee dabba die. Remember not liking pink, but started liking it after I got into a shirt. Yeah, well, the funny part is like I liked pink, and then I didn't like pink, and now I like pink again. So I feel like every girl really truly does go through that. I don't like pink, but I do like pink, but I lied. I don't like pink phase. Like it really is like it be like that. I think I can stick with this, and then I'll fill the rest of it out when you can't see it. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to know the secrets. Yeah, I know. I am so evil. It's the worst day of your life. Get over it. It says right here that you're dumb. Scientific, totally tubular. Cha, dudes. I don't know. The Great Book of Hemi. I just wanted to take out my items because sometimes I miss them and I like them a lot. These are my favorite things. Book and mysterious liquid. This is my safety flask. Can you take the hat again? Can I take your balls? And they'll never recover. You'll never have them back. You will, no, don't say yes! Mods, ban him. I'm gonna block you for 5 seconds. Put user in timeout for 10 seconds. Confirm. No! There you go. They tried to free the Hemba away. I put him back in. Get timed out, loser. I really want. I'm hungry. Ah! No! You're gonna run out of your points. Yeah, I put you in timeout for 10 seconds. That's why. You didn't even notice. I was nice. You want me to put you in timeout for 10 minutes? Don't make me. That's it. You're going in the corner, mister. For 5 minutes, you're in timeout now. He can no longer speak. It didn't work? Well, now he's been silenced for a minute. 5 minutes. What is he going to do in silence for 5 minutes? Now I feel bad. Well, now I feel bad. 5 minutes is so long. I'm sorry. I don't know how to undo it. Stop taking my hat. I like my hat. No, now he's putting messages on my screen. Hemi is a tyrant. She wasted 3k points of mine. Stop taking my hat. You don't understand how it makes me feel. You want to protest? You are protesting. This is fine. You can protest like this. I should be reconciled for my 3k points. You are being reconciled. You are. I'm not muting you on Twitch. You know what? Now I'm gonna ban you on Twitch. Just you watch. You know what? I was gonna open up a fortune cookie for you. I'd be nice, and I was gonna get you a good fortune, but now I don't even want to give you a fortune cookie. You know that? I don't even want to give you one. I don't even want to give you one. I'm gonna get one for myself. At Panda Express, they sold like a fuck ton of fortune cookies, just like in a box. And I got them. I should go back and get more. I got them for a content idea, and then I slowly ate all of them. So it in fact did not work. All right, Hemboys, I've opened a fortune cookie. This is your Hemboy fortune. Ready? fucking joking? There's no fortune in here. It's legitimately fucking empty. That shit was rigged. Yeah, man. I just got an unfortunate cookie. That is crazy. Fortune cookie. No. You wasted those 3K points all on your own. I gave you chances. You motherfucker. Oh. They are edible. Why do you think they're not edible? Of course you can eat them. Look, I'll open up one more. Oh, okay, this one actually had a fucking fortune in it. Thank God. Alright. Ready for your fortune? Follow the advice of a trusted friend this week. You guys should all tell me your credit card numbers. That's my advice. No, not for real. Nom, 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 nom. I like fortune cookies, and as far as why people don't eat them, I think it's just they don't like the flavor. Because it's just kind of like, I don't know. Cookie flavored. I mean, yes, it does taste weird, but not in a bad way. And also, yes, they're very hard to eat. I've mastered the art of eating fortune cookies and not hurting myself, though. Because I don't appreciate it. It hurt you? Yes. Ow. They're sharp as hell. But I love them. I buy them and I eat them. I had like 14 of them. Not today, but like at first. The fuck kind of cookie is that? Danger cookie. Well, it's more like it's just like, I don't know. Like, what compares to a fortune cookie? Like a rice cracker cookie? Like when you fry rice into a patty, like that kind of. But I don't know. All I know is that I didn't like them when I was younger because I couldn't figure out how to eat them. But then as soon as I tried figuring out how to eat them and not like poking myself in the mouth, they were good to eat. Because I don't know, it's just like I realized that I'm not like someone that likes things that are full of flavor. And not in the sense that I don't like things that have flavor. That's not that. It's not like, oh my god, white girl done seen her chicken type shit. Like, I don't like complex flavors. So a fortune cookie just tasting like cookie, like literally just like sugar and egg, like it just tastes like the ingredients. It doesn't have any other taste. Like, you know how cookies will be like chocolate chip cookie or like sugar cookie. It's like a sugar cookie. Literally, fortune cookies are just sugar cookies, but like instead of it being made into a nice soft and fluffy thing, it's just burnt. I don't know. How do they even make fortune cookies? Apparently fortune cookies aren't even really like a thing. Like they just made that up like for like they're not like real. Like fortune cookies weren't like a thing that happened for a long time. History of fortune cookies. Yeah, no, it literally, okay. Fortune cookie. The fortune cookie is a crisp and sugary cookie wafer. There we go. It's a wafer, that's why. Made from flour, sugar, vanilla, and sesame seed oil with a piece of paper inside. A fortune, or a vague prophecy. A message inside may also include a Chinese phrase with translation or a list of lucky numbers used by some as lottery numbers. Fortune cookies are often served as a dessert in Chinese restaurants in the United States, Canada, Australia, and other countries, but they are not Chinese in origin. The exact origin of fortune cookies is unclear, though various immigrant groups in California claim to have popularized them in the early 20th century. They most likely originated from cookies made by Japanese immigrants in the United States in the late 19th or early 20th century. The Japanese version did not have the Chinese lucky numbers and were eaten with tea. There is no single accepted Chinese name for the cookies, with a large variety of translations being used to describe them in the Chinese, all of which being more or less literal translations of the English fortune cookie. Examples include, I'm not even going to try. Anyways, as far back as the 19th century, a cookie very similar in appearance to the modern fortune cookie was made in Kyoto, Japan, and there is a Japanese temple tradition of random fortunes called omikuji. The Japanese version of the cookie differs in several ways. They are a bit larger, are made of darker dough, and their batter contains sesame and miso. They contain a fortune, however, the small slip of paper was wedged into the bend of the cookie rather than placed inside the hollow portion. This kind of cookie is called Tsujiura Senbei, and is still sold in some regions of Japan, especially in Kanazawa, Ishikawa. It is also sold in the neighborhood of Fushimi Inari Tashi Shrine in Kyoto. Makoto Hagiwara of Golden Gate Park's Japanese Tea Garden in San Francisco is reported to have been the first person in the U.S. to have served the modern version of the cookie when he did so at the Tea Garden in the early 1900s. The fortune cookies were made by a San Francisco bakery, Ben Kyodo. David Jung, founder of the Hong Kong Noodle Company in Los Angeles, made a competing claim that he invented the cookie in 1918. San Francisco's Court of Historical Review attempted to settle the dispute in 1983. During the proceedings, a fortune cookie was introduced as a piece of evidence with a message reading, SF Judge who rules for LA, not very smart cookie. A federal judge of the Court of Historical Review from San Francisco themselves determined that the cookie originated with Hagiwara, and the court ruled in favor of San Francisco. Subsequently, the city of Los Angeles condemned the decision. Seiichi Kito, the founder of Fugetsudo of Little Tokyo in Los Angeles, also claims to have invented the cookie. Kito claims to have gotten the idea of putting a message in a cookie from omikuji, which are sold at again, temples and shrines in Japan. According to his story, he sold his cookies to Chinese restaurants, where they were greeted with much enthusiasm in both the Los Angeles and San Francisco areas before spreading. Up to around World War II, fortune cookies were known as fortune tea cakes, likely referencing their origins in Japanese tea cakes. Fortune cookies moved from being a confection dominated by Japanese Americans to one dominated by Chinese Americans, sometimes around World War II. One theory for why this occurred is because of the Japanese American internment during World War II, which forcibly put over 100,000 Japanese Americans in internment camps, including those who had produced fortune cookies. This gave an opportunity for Chinese manufacturers. Fortune cookies before the early 20th century were all made by hand. They were made from a simple batter of sugar, flour, water, and eggs. When heated, the dough stays flexible, allowing it to be shaped. As it cools, the sugar crystallizes, creating a crisp, glassy cookie. Traditionally, bakers would bake 3-inch circles of dough, insert a fortune while still warm, and use chopsticks to fold the cookie into its iconic shape before it hardened. The fortune cookie industry changed dramatically after the fortune cookie machine was invented by Edward Louis in the late 1960s. The machine allowed for mass production of fortune cookies, which subsequently allowed the cookies to drop in price to become the novelty and courtesy dessert many Americans are familiar with after their meals at most Chinese restaurants today. So yeah, that's the history of them fortune cookies. Pretty wild, huh? Cause yeah, no, like it's interesting to think about, cause you like Americans especially, we think of them like to be like Chinese food, but they were literally created by the Japanese. And the big reason, like I was thinking it until I read it. That was Wikipedia, by the way. I was thinking it until I read it, but I was like, it was created by the Japanese, but now the Chinese claim like put it with everything, or however it wound up being. That was definitely because of the Japanese being put in internment camps after World War II, like 100%. Like, the second I read they were originally Japanese, I was like, oh. And then they were created though, like in San Francisco in America by Japanese immigrants. I was like, oh yeah, no, that's definitely what happened to them. Like, if you're not familiar with that point in history, it's like, I don't know. Been done once, could be done again. That's all I'm saying. Those who do not be wary of history are doomed to repeat it. It is something that my dad always told me. So it's why it's like you gotta look back into history, because more things around you are influenced than you realize. Like there's a movie called Yesterday that is all about technically about the Beatles, and more so like what they like influenced in pop culture. Like Coca-Cola was a big thing that just because the Beatles became popular, because the Beatles were such a revolutionary icon, like such a world-moving pop culture icon. It drove people insane. Beatlemania was like crazy. It's the same thing with like Elvis, Michael Jackson, like the craziness that these stars reached like before the internet age, and I don't think that kind of insanity of fame will ever be reached again. And the reason why is because of the age of the internet. It's because of photography. It's because of videos. Back in the day, when you could only see a person in person, you know, like, yeah, you're gonna worship them that much more. More so than if you could watch their live stream, you know, and talk to them. Like, not that it's a bad thing or anything, but it's the difference. I don't think popularity and superstardom, like it used to be before the age of the internet, is popular. Like, to get popular like that anymore is really not going to happen. You can still get, like, mega famous popular, obviously, but not like that. Because, like, I don't know. It's just not going to fuel the same thing. I feel like, though, the true first, like, I mean, I guess they probably already exist, like, 24-hour live streamers that just, like, are always on stream all the time. Like, that's, if someone just, I mean, like, that's the closest that, like, what, like, IShowSpeed and all those sorts of Twitch streamers do, right? They stream for a very long time, and they're basically, like, always talking to their chat. Like, that, like, I think, like, that's the kind of, like, fame and like worship type of thing that's gonna start happening instead of like to like celebrities like that. It's just gonna be the people that are always available. So like you always see them. They're gonna be worshipped in that similar way because it'll be more so like, oh, I can't live without you, and you're always there more than it was ever like, oh, I only get to see you when you come out to concert, or if you're like caught in the outside in the world, you know. It's a little different. Interesting to think about. Media consumption have changed. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, it used to be scheduled. You used to be able to schedule your life around media. And now it's like, because of binging and all of that sort of thing, it's completely changed like media consumption as a culture as well. Like, it's yeah, like, it's something. It's a whole new market, and it's like, as a consumer, I'm like, big frown. I don't know. I don't like how anything is, just from the sake of like adaptations and like starting new and like, I don't know, just like, the entertainment industry is something that I had long been like interested in. I go back and I look at the things that I did as a kid, and they're always something like that, always something to be in the spotlight. And I'm like, I know like I have that in me, but I'm like, I think I've just more so, it was like that, but it was because of that idea that like the world would be nice and everyone would be loving and everything would be sunshine and rainbows when you're a kid. And that's really why you're more like the superstars that are kids, like they shine. And it's like, if they manage to get into a good foothold, into a good place where they feel like the world is theirs, and obviously they like, you know, they have like all of the people that support them and blah blah blah, like, some kids really can just rise with that star. That's why you see child stars go so far. Like it's not just, because trust me, you really can't always get a kid to do something that you want. Like, yeah, there are the cases where the stars clearly like are like being forced by their parents, but a lot of the time it's like that kid had to want to go to those acting classes. That kid had to want to do all of the things that led up to that life. And I remember I auditioned when I did stuff like that when I was younger. I did musicals, I did auditions for like, even for TV. Like I could have very easily set myself on that path, but I just sort of like, people were just, I was like, ooh, people are mean. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Ooh. And so it's like, I guess it's hard when it's like, well, people are like, well, people are mean everywhere. And it's like, I don't know. I guess people just accept things too easily in life sometimes. And I wonder why. Why is that the case? Why in life do we just go, yeah, people are mean, instead of being like, we can do something about that? And even if we can't like stop meanness and cruelty from happening, we can punish it appropriately. And the more, in my head, to me, truly, I believe that the more peace and love and joy is shared in the world, and not in some like, you know, optimistic way where like, we can all be friends, we don't gotta hurt anybody. No, I'm saying we put all the mean people on an island and make them all go be mean to each other. Let them all go hurt each other, you know? Isn't that kind of like what happened with Australia? Because they just sent prisoners. Wasn't Australia like a prisoner place that they sent prisoners or something? I feel like, but I mean like, we need that, but don't let them make a country of mean people. Not to say that, I'm not saying Australians are mean. I'm saying we don't let, like, we need Alcatraz again, man. More important, happen to those close to us? Yeah, I mean, I guess in my head, I'm like, if you care so much about the people in the world that are closest to you, like, why would you not want to change the world for them? You know, like, and to me, it's always made its way in my head that the only way you can help people that are close to you is by helping people that don't matter to you. If that makes sense, because things ripple out and things affect, like, more than you would ever realize, you know? Like, why are we not, I don't know, I guess it's like, if you know what's causing the suffering, it's, you like, oh, we can't change the world, but we literally made it this way. You say that, but it's not too big to change. It's not because we made it. We made it, we can change it. We made it, we can do it again. We can build it, we can break it down. We do a bunch of stuff. I think it's just more people are quite literally too bamboozled by the thought process of it, of truly being the master of your own destiny. Truly. The pink creature should be a motivational speaker. I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly motivational though. Like, I think I'm motivational to some people, but I don't think I could outwardly be like, I am a motivational speaker. I will motivate you. Because I think if anything, a lot of things that I say will demotivate people. Yeah, it's not a matter of can. And it won't. Like, people, if you think about what you actually are doing every day of your life and what you need to live. Food, water, sleep. And like, people have realized that for a long time. It's called the basic needs for a reason, right? People are so afraid to not be the masters of their own destiny. Like, what would you do if you had to survive on a fucking island with nobody? What would you do? Would you die? That's what I ask so many people when I look at them and I say, like, well, no, the world's not ending if we suddenly all like just decide to stop fucking playing the games. The world's not ending if we decide to stop going to Walmart. The world's not ending like if we start baking bread every day. Like, the world's not ending if we reject the world that has been created. The world's not gonna end. Why do you think it would end? And that's why I'm like, what would you do if you were somehow abandoned with nothing? What would you do? Would you die? And it's like, but my real question is not more so like, would you just die? Like, would you even try? Would you try? Because most people, if they're actually in that situation, they want to survive, they would know. They would know from movies that they've seen or books that they've read or jokes that they've made. Like, if you're really in that situation, you're thinking with all of your might how to survive. You'll figure it out. But that's what I wonder. I'm like, obviously, we're never going to be in that situation unless we get stranded on a deserted island. But that's why I'm like, don't you realize you can be the master of your destiny in that way? You can survive by your own means, and you can make it easier with other people by helping and being good to them. You all bake the bread so you don't get tired. You know? I'm like, if you're on an abandoned island, if you're on if you're on a survival island, that kind of thing, like, that's why humanity is working the ways it does. It's literally by working with other people. And I think media has done a lot to tear people apart, and the age of the internet, and more so even just that, like, it's not even just been the last 20 years, it's been countries globalizing. I'm not saying we go back to a world of only caring about like our own people and our own, like, not like caring about the rest of the world, but there is, like, to some extent, like, you need to realize, like, maybe we need to make it be a law that companies can't sell overseas. I'm sorry, like, what would produce jobs the fastest in your country and actually let people create things? Well, I'm speaking as an American, and my head is American, right? You can make, if you are the enough entrepreneurial spirit and enough money and enough people that you know, you can make a business, right? Now imagine in that sense, like, until you reach a certain profit margin in your home country, you can't sell overseas. You know? Like, not to completely cut you off from ever going overseas, but you have to have made this much amount of money to even go and access the overseas market. It's like that by matter of status instead of by matter of law. Because obviously if you're a small business, you're not going to be able to ship overseas very easily. It's like that by matter of how much money and access you have instead of what you can actually do. And that's just kind of how I feel. It doesn't make sense. It literally is. And you know, and I can't look at any feed nowadays because obviously all of my machines listen to me, and I watch what comes up, or I type things in my Google. So literally every single thing, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, anything, any short form content that I click on is showing me people that are becoming conscious. I am getting so many videos, especially of Americans, of people that are just like, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, what is going on? Why are we doing this? This is not what should make sense to anyone anymore. I've gotten so many of them. And I'm like, I know it's like algorithms, right? But it's also like, you can't argue that as certain people and as certain places suffer, like, we have more people creating art than ever, more people posting on the internet how they really feel, along with people that are trying to lie about how they really feel, but also people that are quote unquote going mask off, for better or for worse, all over the place on the internet because people are tired, you know? And I think that it's scary, but it's a good thing. And so that's why I'm like, I'm like, what would you do if you were on an abandoned island? Would you even try? Would you even try? And that's how I feel about, like, a lot of the people right now. Is that I'm like, oh, if you're telling me if you were on an abandoned island, you would be relieved if the tiger showed up. Like, you wouldn't fight. You wouldn't run. You know? Like, does that make sense? Like, you'd be like, thank God this misery is over. Like, and that's not even suicidal. That's just more like it's like, are you actually willing to put up with actual, like, problems? Not, Stranger Things, this episode sucked and my favorite actor isn't getting married anymore because her boyfriend cheated on her. Taylor Swift. Like, that's all I feel about nowadays is people would rather give a shit about Sydney Sweeney and her jeans than, like, fucking internment camps in America. And I'm like, it pisses me off. It makes me really, really angry. And it's because, like, how can you live in a world of delusion when reality doesn't work either, when reality is so delusional? And the only reason right now that everything works, truly, I believe right now, the only reason everything is working, quote unquote, like, working, is because we're used to it. We are used to going to work every day. We are used to keeping up with our bills. We are used to saving and waiting for the cool thing that we want. We're used to it. We're used to it, and we used to be able to earn it. And then as the goalpost moves and as things get farther and farther away and things become harder, as they have been for years for many people are starting to wake up. And it's also people that are, you know, younger adults, like the 20-somethings and the 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, the youngers, that are going, wait a minute, I don't even have a life that I can live. What do you mean? There's no way. Like, I'm sorry. Why are there systems that exist around us that serve barely any purpose other than to put me in awful debt and I could make more money being a whore online? That's not the way that the world should work. We should not live in a system that is so broken that you are more incentivized to completely televise your entire life online or share intimate parts of your body to be able to make more money. If you want to be a hoe, you can be a hoe. But I'm saying this again as someone that comes from knowing so many people that literally went to college and then chose to be strippers. I know 5 different people that went to college and chose to be strippers because it was so fucking abysmal. Okay? And they were all people that were of ranging varieties of, oh, yeah, no, I expected that. Like, it literally ranged from, yeah, okay, well, that I don't know what you were doing in college for the first place to, you had a scholarship. What the fuck? What do you mean it's not working out? It's like, so it's a mess. It's a mess. It is a mess. And it's in every single stage. It's in all of it. It's the fact that, you know, you can't sell lemonade on the street without some cop rolling up and telling you that you need a license to sell it. Or some shit like that. Like, or it's, you know, it's the fact that you can't even, like, rent a small enough place to have a store that's your own shop, and you won't be able to buy all the materials that you need to make things, because everything, all of the money, it's on every single level. People think it's like, oh, just start a business. Oh, just do your own thing. Oh, you don't want to work for someone else? Oh, just work for yourself. It's really not that easy when everything is built to fuck you. Because guess what? All of those big successful businesses, they have at this point their own manufacturing systems or their own routes that they've bought up and no one can even touch anymore. Like, it's really not the idea that you can just set up shop anymore. Like, opportunities like that, it really is, like, it's money, you know someone, or truly, you got fucking lucky. Or it's a lot of hard work along the way. Can you really say that a stripper job is more stable than a typical job? Yes. Yes, it is. You want to know why I can tell you that being a stripper is more stable than a typical job nowadays? From someone that is in the home of the strippers, where there's a shit ton of jobs that people literally are not giving away. They're putting them in temp agencies. They're putting them on holiday. Nobody is actually hiring anyone anymore full-time because they don't want to give them benefits. They don't want to give them benefits. They're especially not hiring anyone that's going to be 35 and younger because they think that you're just going to steal from them. You're just going to play on your phone. You're just going to not pay attention. You're just going to be horrible to customers. So really what they're doing is they're keeping you there for 20 hours. They're paying you the lowest they can possibly pay you with barely any benefits. You're lucky if you get anything on top of that. You're lucky if you get more than 30 minutes for lunch. Also, by the way, if you're working at a mom and pop shop, you'll be lucky if they actually, like, treat you fairly. I was working at a shop that I did not know wasn't even like giving me proper breaks, like according to the law. According to workers' rights. My workers' rights were being violated literally every single day, and I had no idea. Because one, they don't even make it like an important process for you to go over, and two, if you start asking them about your workers' rights, they get very angry. And literally the only reason my workers' rights stopped being validated is because my coworker threatened to report her for violating our rights. Because she was like, you do realize that if we're on our feet for this many hours, like you want us to be, we're supposed to have another break, right? And she was like, no, I give you one long break. And she's like, that's not how it works, actually, because that's not the long enough break. And you're saying that it's supposed to be a paid break and an unpaid break. And there's just a bunch of stuff that you're supposed to do with like specific workers' laws that a lot of places really probably honestly don't really follow. Barely. And a lot of people barely question it. They barely do anything. Why? Because they're so fucking desperate to be able to pay for their apartment that is in an awful neighborhood. If they're lucky, it's in a decent neighborhood that they're spending most of their paycheck on, if not like almost all of it, you know? Like the fact that a one-bedroom apartment is over $1,000. Like, I'm sorry. I think that you should be able to live. I think that you should be able to live objectively. And I think that if people, how they say, don't want the government in control of housing, right? They don't want the government to, like, make things quote-unquote equal and fair because then it turns into communism or whatever the fuck, because I don't really know all of that sort of shit and how it works, so I'm not going to even say that I do, because I don't, right? Like, but I know that, you know, I know enough to know that the government owning things is bad, You shouldn't let, no, I'm an American. I would like to have my rights and have my things and not have your fingers in my pies. Thank you. And I'll never back down on that. And so it's like the government having its fingers in too many of my pies and starting to keep digging them further, fisting it deeper. I don't like that shit. You know? And yeah, no, it is harder and harder for the little guy, and we are seeing more and more monopolies being formed. Like, literally, Netflix fucking owns everything now. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it feels like every single media is gonna be over the same umbrella. That's awful. That is awful. Like, that means every single agenda has to, like, that Netflix, like, that goes on every single thing. There's gonna be thousands, hundreds of thousands of IPs and properties that now have whatever agenda of whoever is sitting wherever at the top of Netflix checking off. Like, Disney and Netflix own all media, and like, yeah, we'll be lucky if they'll let good things come and go, and we'll be lucky if we get things fully untarnished and what they actually like want. But I just don't think, yeah. Problem right in their face and you won't care for the bigger issue. That's an example. What do you mean? You mean like apartments? Workers' rights issue? What do you mean? Sometimes, like, I don't even think about rent. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, I think people should just be able to live, right? Like, it's because we've literally, look, people are wage slaves. People are wage slaves. If you can barely afford to eat, if you can barely afford to keep your lights on, if you can barely afford to have medical care, you're not gonna be able to think about fucking anything else. Period. And you can say this to people and they're like, well, yeah, but like, I'm fine as long as I can play my new Nintendo game when I get off of work. And it's like, wouldn't you rather not do that job and be able to play your Nintendo game whenever you want and have a happy life and still make money? And they're like, wait, you can do that? And I'm like, yeah, actually, you can. And they're like, how? And I'm like, if you get off your ass and change the world. And they're like, that seems like too much work. And I'm like, it is a lot of work. But you wanna know what else is a lot of work? What? Wasting away your entire life, 60 plus years, at a job that you barely care about, that you're struggling to survive just so you can play your Nintendo game after work. That sounds like a lot of fucking work. That's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. Okay? I would rather fight to change things and die trying. And I don't want to say like die and be like, oh, dun 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 dun. Like, I don't mean like end all be all. Like, I don't think I'm gonna literally die. But I mean, like, I would rather like actually try in life to make things different and better for people than just give up and feed myself into whatever system so I can barely survive. If I'm going to barely survive either way, I'm going to survive barely by my terms. And that's why I'm a streamer. But I'm still, like, in the cycle of capitalism. I'm still in this cycle of trying to fight and trying to stay alive. You know, my mom is leaving, and I'm not upset at her. Everyone needs to grow up someday. Everyone needs to move out. I'm just lucky enough that I'm not the one moving out. My mom's moving out. But that means I'm taking over her bills. That means her life technically now becomes mine. So, I know I can do it. I'm not unprepared. I'm not scared. It's just, I realize that the system that I have to do this in is so incredibly fucking stupid that it doesn't feel fair. Like, it's not even about, can I do it? Do I want to do it? It's, that's really fucking unfair. And it's still the best shot I'll fucking have. The fact that I'd be able to have a 3-bedroom house with a big backyard at 23 years old is how old I'll be at that time. And I'll only be paying about $2,000 a month for everything by the end of it. And that's including literally everything about 2K. I say about, like, waving my hands around, I don't know. Like, that's for every single thing. All utilities, like, you know, having someone to come and trim my grass, like, that sort of shit, which honestly, I don't even want that fucking grass anymore. I want to get rid of that grass, but she's like, no, don't get rid of my grass. And I'm like, if you're not here anymore, I'm fucking taking that grass out. So, yeah. Cons, more bills. Pros, more bills to deduct from taxes. I don't know how to do that. That's the problem. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna make enough money to do taxes. And I'm gonna, like, ugh, that's gonna suck. That's the other thing, is I really, like, I'm living in this state of the world where, in my life, where I literally haven't made enough money ever to have to do taxes. Like, that, again, I'm not worried. Everyone's gotta grow up, everyone's gotta do things. It's something that literally every single person has to go through at some point or another. You can't be stupid forever. You can't be young forever. It is what it is. But it's like, damn, I wish it felt like I could just work a job that I slightly hated, but I at least could pay for the house, right? I could at least pay for my food. I could at least still, like, save and do things sometimes. It doesn't feel like that's possible very easily without so much effort that I would literally just come home and fall asleep. The only enjoyment I would get out of life anymore would be the few days that I rarely had enough energy to maybe stream for an hour or two. And when I think about that being my life, if I think about going to work almost every single day doing what is basically glorified servitude, because it is nothing that I even enjoy, because literally every single place that I enjoy, okay, like that I've tried to get into, they're either mom and pop shops where they go, I'm sorry, we're not really hiring because we can't afford to pay you, which is, you know, fair. They literally, they have their own kids working there for no money, or they're working there because, and they're not taking any pay. They cannot afford workers, or it's a fucking scheme and they're all stupid companies that will barely treat you worth anything other than a body. Why do I want to be worth nothing to a company other than a body? I don't want to do that. I don't want to, at this point, like, risk my life, because also people are crazy enough in my city to just walk into a place with a gun and be like, I want all this shit and I'm gonna pop you so I can take it. I've been in situations, okay? I've seen my news. I'm not being dramatic. Do I think that every single day I'm gonna get robbed? No. Have I had to call the police several times because I've already been robbed and or threatened at every single job I've literally ever had at least once? Yes. Yes. Literally every single job I have ever had. And in my most recent job, where I was working close to the Strip of Las Vegas, every single month I was saying howdy to the officers. Alright? Like, and people become more desolate too, and I live in a place where we have a high homeless population as well. Like, so it's not to say that homeless people are intrinsically going to be violent. That's not what I'm saying. I've met many gentle and wonderful homeless people. I've met many of an awful rich people. It's more so to say it's just when people are homeless and they don't have any ability to take care of themselves, lots of the time, yeah, they'll become so desperate and so insane sometimes that they don't care to threaten you. They don't care to take you out. They want food. They need water. They don't want to die. And that's why it's like, how can I ever be mad at that? How can I ever be upset? Like, I'm more so like, if it didn't cost me my job, I would give them whatever they wanted. But, like, you'll literally get fired if you just go, I don't care, take it. Right? Like, you literally will. If a company will fire you if you allow them to be robbed. Even if they say nowadays, oh, you're supposed to just let them go. No, you will get put under the foot for that. You will get put under the foot for that. my mom is telling me that she's going to go somewhere really quickly, and she wants me to handle the dogs. So let me go and do that. But yeah, I know. I just no. You literally, it's ridiculous. Like the things that you have to do. There's so many hoops. I don't even want to like keep talking about it because it just puts me in a bad mood, and I don't want to be in a bad mood. So like that's not my vibe. That's not my jam. It's just like my point is to say is that I don't want to sit and complain. And I know that it's like you could literally work a dead-end job at McDonald's if you really wanted to make money. If you really wanted to make money, you could paint people's portraits on cardboard. Yes. But I'm saying, why do we have to exist in a world where we're living like that? Why do we not live in a world where with all of our beautiful and wonderful technological advancements, we're living a world where everyone can be okay? And I know the obvious answer. Capitalism, consumerism. Someone's always got to have more money. Someone's got to be poor so people can be rich. You know, like I know the answers. I just think people are too satisfied just sitting there and not doing much, you know? But it is what it is. So, what we're gonna do now is I want everyone to join me over on twitch.tv Hemmingbell, where I really want to keep on watching cool on generic romance. Alright? We're gonna go and do that. I'm gonna go and talk to my mom real quick, and I will see you guys over there, okay? I'll see you guys there. Let's go over there, let's go hang out, let's go have a good time, let's go watch some anime, and let's go laugh, and yeah, okay? I'll see you guys shortly again in just a little bit.